Hi, my name is Steven Sparks, and I live in poverty. We all live in poverty, when right now in Arizona, 1.2 million men, women, and children live below the poverty line. That's a family of 4 earning less than $24,000 a year. That statistic is astonishing, even terrifying. But there is hope. A recent Harvard study reported the single strongest factor for increasing a person's odds of escaping poverty is access to transportation. And that's exactly what we're doing at Labor's Community Service Agency, a nonprofit that's been creating pathways out of poverty for more than 40 years. Today, I want to talk about Shift, the only affordable car purchasing program in Arizona for working poor families. Let me explain. Shift is not a free car program. Families pay a modest car payment for 24 months, but with no interest or credit check. In return, they receive a reliable used vehicle with a 100% maintenance coverage agreement. Now, families are required to engage in financial coaching and set realistic goals for increasing their earned income, reducing their debt, and improving their credit. Shift creates long-term, measurable, life-changing outcomes that are about so much more than getting from point A to point B. It's about helping people like Megan, a single mom with 2 small children and survivor of domestic violence. Without a vehicle, Megan was spending over 3 hours a day on the bus, getting her kids to daycare and commuting to a minimum wage job. Simple things like getting groceries were a constant struggle. And Megan's not alone. She's just one of 750,000 families in the Phoenix metro area fighting to escape poverty. Shift changes lives. It changed Megan's. 3 hours on the bus is now less than 30 minutes in her own vehicle. She can easily purchase a week's worth of groceries, and within 1 month, Megan got a new job with full benefits and double what she was making before. After 24 months, Megan will own her vehicle, a personal symbol of progress and achievement, and more importantly, the catalyst for moving out of poverty. And it wouldn't have been possible without Shift. So I'm asking for your help to build the staff capacity we need to help more families like Megan's. Your investment today of $50,000 will allow us to hire an automotive industry expert, a car broker who will help us buy better vehicles, reduce our maintenance costs, and better negotiate with auto dealers. Shift has been one of the best kept secrets for the past 15 years and is ready with your investment to scale up from 20 to 100 vehicles a year, giving families not just a pathway, but a highway out of poverty. And we want you to be there. So come, join us for the ride.
Elisa and Mark have questions for you.
Thank you for sharing Megan's story. Your pitch really helped me understand the plight of those in our communities who are most vulnerable and who really need something like you're doing with Shift. Beyond the one-time, my question has to do with your sustainability beyond the one-time investment. How do you plan to keep the automotive expert in place once this investment is completed?
So that's a great question. And as far as capacity building goes, we're looking at this as an opportunity to expand our partnerships through the entire community. And with that, we think the industry expert can help us establish really the platform for growth so that we're really working smarter, not harder. And so that capacity building person may only be a 2 or 3 year position, because we know that once we have that knowledge of those connections of how to buy better vehicles, reduce those costs, we think that we will be able to have a more scalable program. And that's what we're looking to do. We can do the program now at 20 cars with the social service experts on staff, but we really need that industry expert to get us to that capacity level of 100 cars.
Thank you, Stephen. Great idea. I really like it, and I've been involved with transportation here in the city, and it's obviously a problem for a lot of people. I'm curious, does the program Labor Community Service Agency, does this work hand in hand with you finding housing also for the greater portion or population that you serve?
Yes, so I'm actually honored to work for an agency that does multiple things to help alleviate poverty. Housing is one of the most important issues facing low-income families, and Labor's Community Service Agency really has its backbone in providing affordable housing to working families. The SHIFT program really came out of that program saying, well, families who are in affordable housing, what are their biggest challenges to get out of affordable subsidized housing? Well, transportation was their biggest barrier because they were stuck in minimum wage jobs that they couldn't grow. And so we started the SHIFT program internally to help those families because we knew giving them that opportunity, getting them over that barrier, got them back into a middle class stability. And that was the biggest opportunity or the biggest barrier we could help overcome. And it worked well when we were focusing on housing, the people in our own housing. But this program is so effective, we think it can help the entire community. And we've been doing it for the entire community for a while, but we're ready to scale it up.
Do you have to be in housing, or can you use SHIFT just on its own?
SHIFT could probably be its own nonprofit, but having the support of a strong 42-year organization to back it up really gives it I would say the legs for the program. And I think it'd be very risky to run a program when you are only doing that in the early stages. So it's always had that financial backing from the housing, the component. And this just gives us an opportunity now to scale up and go bigger.
Ladies and gentlemen, Stephen Sparks, Labor Community Service Agency.